Being a part of the Royal Air Force is much more than just a job. It's about the people and places you discover along the way. It's about the things you get to see and do, and there's plenty of it. Last summer, we spoke with Liv, an RAF swimmer, who introduced us to the world of water sports.
Swimming can sort of navigate in so many different ways, and obviously you have the self-discipline, self-motivation, obviously the drive in order to succeed. Obviously you can transfer that from wanting to win events, wanting to win medals, obviously personal best.
And today, we're going to be following Liv on a water sports training camp as she prepares for a water polo match in the evening. But it's not all about getting in the water, as we find out in Liv's life in the Royal Air Force. It's a brisk morning at RAF Cosford, and Liv is starting her day with workout down at the gym.
So the importance of getting a quick workout in for the day is because it sets me up positively. It then allows me to focus on the tasks that I've got throughout that day, and then I can go back and train later on. So today's plan consisted of getting up at 6:30 to come in here for 7, obviously to get a row machine and some weights in. We've got the AGM at 9 o'clock, which is our annual general meeting. After that, we'll have one land training session, a water polo session in the pool, followed by a match fixture tonight. So the AGM is our annual meeting. It basically consists of everyone on the committee talking and briefing, explaining the positives from last year and what the lessons are learnt moving forwards, so obviously we can make improvements for our team. So 9 times out of 10 I will train on my own. Usually my sessions consist of WODs and weights at the moment, just to keep that conditioning aspect up. So normally in the morning I'll do a WOD, which essentially is a bit of cardio, a bit of weights sort of thrown together, and then in the evening it'll just be a solely weight session and recovery session.
Starts just for the interest of making sure we finish sooner rather than later. The divers are going to Sandwell, so they may well sit back. We are running later. Don't be surprised if you see the divers stand up and walk out. It's not because they're bored, it's because they've got a fixture to get to.
So yeah, we have a level 3 coach, Leanna's absolute top cover, and we look to get her to every event that we can. They've got 5 level 2 coaches, so we do have resilience in that, and that is to be as Trev said earlier, we are self-sufficient now as a squad.
As you can see, this individual is undoubtedly a dedicated, determined and committed member of RAPSA, as within this role and as a player. We are proud to present for the first time for the women's trophy, Corporal Olivia Duckworth. Thank you for permission.
If anybody's interested in getting involved with open water swimming, we are hoping to have more sort of new member engagement events. As Brasso said, we've got the funding now, so we'll look to host another RAF Championships next year.
In terms of content and articles, we need them in fast. So obviously we need them in within a week of when you have had swimmers, players, matches, etc. in certain competitions. If they're not in or captured within that week, we can't send it on to obviously Dan Abrahams. He won't publicise it because it'll be old news essentially. But moving on to next year, we've sort of got a few bits that we're going to try and focus on. I spelled well fast. They just kept laughing. Put me off. Air shows are big because they wrap equipment and put you up in hotels. They pay for it.
With the AGM over, Liv and her team head on over to the pool for a training session. But today, it's not about swimming, it's all about water polo.
About obviously body position being really, really important. So this exercise is quite a hard dynamic swim, so it's a hard swim. So when you swim, your legs are going to be behind you, and you're not going to catch anything with your legs behind you. So that movement of bringing your legs up, turning and getting
When it comes to water sports, not only does Liv get stuck in with both swimming and water polo, but she gets stuck in with the publicity side as well.
I do social media, but it's more of like a publicity. So obviously I post on all social media platforms with the RAF swimming team and water polo and so on. But I also have to submit articles to the RAF News as well of obviously when different disciplines are competing, their results and so on, so they can obviously get published. What I was doing earlier was taking headshots of the female women's water polo team, so we can then look to snapshot them into sort of like advert type content in the build up to Winter Services next year. There we go. Who have we got left? I've got Yaz next and then that's it done. You don't want to, that's fine. Done.
Do a passport photo.
That could be a passport photo.
I'm not meant to smile in your passport photos. Like, oh God, looks awful. Jesus Christ.
So text me what you'd like for tea.
There, done. Yes, the match went really well. It was just a friendly between obviously two teams within the RAF, but we did win, so all is good. The RAF water polo team started a couple of years ago. Obviously, I love like any sport to do with water really, so I gave it a go, and now do swimming and water polo for Civvy Club as well. So just a bit of everything. In terms of swimming, from when I was younger, it's like the participation has grown massively. It always has been a sort of really big competitive sport, but obviously since London 2012 and obviously all the local gold medals that have come from that, and I think the participation has obviously grown, so it's a lot more competitive, a bit more discipline I think in terms of the training sessions and training times as well now, but I think there's a lot more funding, so all really is good.
If you're interested in getting involved in anything you've seen today, or would like to know more about a career in the Royal Air Force, then head on over to recruitment.raf.mod.uk, and if you want to see more content like this, just search for Find Your Force.